In this video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite things for the month of August, and I'm hoping that you can also get to share your favorite things with me as well in the comment section below. So let's quickly get right into the video. I had an option between choosing a couple of books that I have been reading, but I decided to go with one of those books, which is the Bible. I have been feasting on the book of First Kings, and here's the funny thing. For a very long time, I think for a couple of months, God had been speaking to me about actually actively studying the book of First Kings. And I just didn't know, like, why Dad, why would you want me to study the book of First Kings? There's a lot of like Game of Thrones in there. Why Until I started studying the book of First Kings, and I realized that, my goodness, there is so much revelation in that book. It is so power packed, and God has just been ministering to me through that book in a very, very powerful way. So I have been reading the book of First Kings, loving it. I have two YouTube channels that I've recently started watching that have been really edifying and nourishing me in this season. One of those videos is a little out of my things that you would expect me to listen to, but it is a YouTube channel by a young girl called As Told by Kenya. She's spicy, she's feisty, but she's extremely intelligent, and I love the way that she thinks. So check it out and let me know what you think. She can be a little bit wretched, but if you take her with a pinch of salt and you will love her. So As Told by Kenya, the link is going to be in the description box below. And when it comes to news, I have been loving listening to some African news from the Dr. Mumbi show. You must check it out and let me know what you think. My current favorite coffee shop is a coffee shop that is in Paarden, Eiland, which is around about the area where I work, and it's called Espresso. They make amazing muffins. I'm gonna link them in the description box below, but they have been such a great place for me to pop in before I go to work. You know, all of you know, my favorite of all times is Cool Banana's coffee shop that is in Coburg. If you're in Cape Town, you know these places, but if you're in Paarden Eiland by some odd reason, pop in for their coffee and their muffins. Espresso in Paarden Eiland, amazing. One of my highlight lessons for the month of August has been a very, very simple statement that we have heard so many times, but it has just found new meaning in my own personal journey in life, and it is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And it's funny because God was using this small quotation and this small statement to just really minister to me about balance, how it is so important for you not only to grow one area of your life, for an example, your career, at the expense of your personal relationships at home, or your relationships with your friends, or your wife, or your spouse. God was just telling me, he was like, you've got to be at a place where you are growing all of the different departments of your life. So much so that if you get stressed in, let's, for an example, say work, you have something to come home to. So for me, that has been such a game changer, learning how to balance, learning how to really grow different facets of my life equally, if that makes sense. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. My favorite song for the month has been Kolungiswa Nguwe, and I know I butchered that because it's actually a South African language, but it is a joyous celebration song, which was actually interestingly rendered at the Porter's House, Dallas. Such a powerful, powerful song, specifically in these times in South Africa where there is a lot of xenophobic attacks, where there is a lot of just really painful things that are going on. There is the kidnapping of women, the raping of women, the murder of women, and it's just been such a sensitive season in South Africa. So Kolungiswa Nguwe is such a powerful song that just ministers to my spirit in a powerful way, and it has really been cleansing me internally in my spirit, and I've been playing it almost on a daily basis in the month of August. Go listen to the song, you'll get it. Finally, my favorite podcast of the month has been something that has been somewhat of a new discovery for me, and it is by Ruveneko, who is child to Dr. Paarden, who was the Minister of Health for many years in Zimbabwe, but she is a journalist by profession, and she started this podcast that I'm absolutely in love with. I think it just has about 3 episodes at the moment, but it's called Layers. The link is going to be in the description box below. Especially if you're a Zimbabwean and you know Ruveneko, there's just going to be such a beautiful way to get to learn about her and know about her background even better. Absolutely love the way she renders that podcast, and I'm super encouraged. Some of you know I have a podcast that has been at the moment lying dormant. The link will be in the description box below as well, so that you can go check out some of my podcasts. As God gives grace, I'm going to be going back to podcasting, but at the moment I just really want to focus on growing and nurturing this community that is the Teachers Show. Did you enjoy this month's favorites? Let me know some of the things that have been your personal favorites. Specifically, what song have you been listening to in the month of August? I would like to know, and I want to go check it out so I can listen to it. Maybe it also has my word in season. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next in my next video. Bye.